Hey guys, Kyle here. I want to formally introduce you to Project Raptor. Obviously, you guys saw the truck kind of walk around in the previous video, but now we're going to start making some changes to it. First off, we're not going to do any real power mods, anything like that to begin with. 17 and 18 had a real big issue with engine blowing, with anyone who had any type of mods, things like that. So we're going to hold off on that for now, but we're going to turn this thing into a off-roader. Now, a lot of you are thinking it's a Raptor. Hey, bud, it's a Raptor. Obviously, it's meant for off-roading. Well, it is, but there's just some things that are missing. If you look in the wheel wells, there aren't any wheel well guards on either side. So I have the wheel well guards. Gonna get and install those. First thing, I'm gonna clean this area real well, so that as you can see, there's some dust and things like that. I wanna make sure that there's nothing sitting underneath the wheel well guards that could cause it to rust. This truck will be taken off-road quite a bit. As you can see, it has the Fox live valve suspension new for 2019 and will be on 2020s. Like I said, this truck will be taken off-road quite a bit, so I wanna make sure that the underside stays as clean as possible. We want to prevent any rust. As you know, a lot of trucks will rust right in here, door panels, things like that. So we'll be getting that taken care of. Truck is getting ceramic coated on the 16th. I take it in Monday. My guy's gonna work on it Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I pick it back up Thursday. All right, guys. So enough talking. Let's get these wheel well liners installed. We got the wheel well liners open. They did come with some screws, it looks like, to help secure the wheel well liners actually in. Let's get this thing open. As you guys can see, they are Husky Wheel Well liners. Just got them from American Trucks. They're like 130 bucks, which the WeatherTech ones and everything were basically the same price. So I wasn't too concerned about it. They are pretty large. And these ones are Zeus Zip Plats. As you can see, these ones are designed for the Raptor. You can see here, they are huge. They are designed to fit around the Fox suspension. So they are nice. They look pretty sturdy. I won't know for sure how they fit until we get them in. So let's get started on them. So I'm going to leave the wheel on. There is still plenty of room to work. It's just going to be a little tighter through here. As you can see, there are I'm gonna have to take this off to get to that lip. There are two connections here that I'll be able to put the screws through, which is what they include for me, so it's tightened. And then, as you saw, it gives a little bump out for the Fox suspension. Before we do anything though, I'm gonna get this all cleaned up. It's pretty clean. I went ahead and took care of it when I washed it. However, any mud or anything like that will rust. I have shovels over there, which had mud left on them for maybe 48 hours, rusted through. Don't want that. Brand new truck. There's a rust through warranty, but it seems like rust always pops out as soon as the warranty ends, so might as well just not risk anything. We'll get this truck cleaned up, we'll take this piece off, and then we'll get the wheel well liners installed. So let's get started. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of the Adams products. They haven't done me wrong yet, so I'm going to continue using them. Got the Adams detail spray, because all this is painted, so it will help clean it up. I'm not worried about any surface scratches or anything like that, because it will be covered up, and it's not going to be seen or anything like that. So I am just using a old towel. I think it's a double soft towel, but I have used it for a bunch of things, so it's not as soft as what it was brand new, but I'm not worried about it making any scratches or anything like that. So we'll start getting cleaned up. trouble getting the wheel well liner on, busting knuckles, everything. And I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working for me. So I YouTubed something real fast, right? And there is, hey bud, yeah, he's been in the garage with me the whole time. So there's a pre-drilled hole right here, and the pre-drilled hole is wrong. So they put it too close to the exterior of the truck, and the holes don't line up. And I'm not shipping it back. I've been messing with it for about 90 minutes now, trying to get it all lined up, and I just couldn't figure it out. So I'm just going to do with the rest, like all these here, you're just drilling straight into the wheel well liner to get it so it'll hold through. So I'm just going to drill straight into the lip here on the side and attach it and not use the factory holes or the pre-drill hole, because the pre-drill holes are wrong. I'm going to have to make sure it gets lined up perfectly before doing that, because we all know once you put a bunch of holes and stuff, it's not going to be as strong. So I'm just going to drill it to the, I'm going to get it lined up, drill it to it once, and then that will be it. This has been a pain. Hopefully the other side of the holes are right. If they're not, this, you know, our job, max both sides, is going to be an all-day thing. So I'll keep y'all posted. All right, there it is. One is in. As you can see, that actually looks really nice. It still shows the live valve Fox racing suspension, and it gives a nice clean look. It will keep the wheel well protected. Once I figured out that the holes were pre-drilled wrong, life so much easier, because everything lined up. Like, obviously when you make your own holes, things line up. But, I mean, it fits well now. Probably not as good as it could. Hopefully the other side, the holes are drilled correctly. If they aren't, I mean, I know real easily I can just make new holes. Once like I said, once I figured out the holes were drilled wrong, 10 minutes to get everything done, which I wish I would have looked it up sooner, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes things just get done wrong when you order them. But it's in now. As you can tell, that looked real good. Now we're gonna jump over to the other side and repeat the process. Yep, got my flashlight because things are rough. So one thing I learned on the last one, which is helping me a little bit on this one. So like, you take this piece off here first, your life will be so much easier. If you look, let me get there are these metal clips right there. Can you see them? Well, those metal clips keep preventing the wheel liner from setting right. So you know, so like once I got the wheel well tucked underneath, but it still wasn't sitting right because those metal clips were preventing it from being where it needed to be. So by popping this thing off, I didn't do it a lot. I just kind of popped it off some because I can't get the clips up in here. By popping it off just a little bit, it allows me to get my screwdriver in there and get those metal clips right, and then it will fit great. This one, holes do line up, so life's gonna be a lot easier. Now I was having issues, I couldn't figure out why, but look, see that clip? That wheel well line is supposed to be on top. You can see how it's tucked there. Obviously it's not pushing all the way, but that's causing all my issues. So learn from my mistakes, take this off, get those clips right, put everything back together. It should be pretty easy. Well, there it is, guys. Both wheel well liners are in. As you can see, kind of showed you already once. Look pretty good, pretty solid. You don't want to move it all. They don't slide in there at all, so I'm not worried about them moving out. I'm gonna go around and check all my bolts, make sure they're all tight enough, because I did kind of make some holes. So I want to make sure that those won't come loose and won't fall out. All in all, it took me about 3.5 hours. Both sides had their challenges. Obviously, this side had to drill new holes. The other side, those metal clips between the fender flares and the fender kept getting in the way, so I had to take the fender flares off. But so like each side kind of had its own challenges. Definitely the driver's side went by faster because the holes lined up and I knew what I was looking for. 3.5 hours. It's a little much for the wheel well liners, but things don't always work out when you're working on cars. If you've ever done anything, you know a 45-minute job can turn into an 8-hour job, just depending on how things fit together. So there it is, guys. There's a little install video for you. More content to come. Obviously, there's a lot more stuff coming with the truck, and maybe another little thing here after winter break. You'll have to stay tuned for that. We will see, though. Still working on that and seeing what's going on with it. But more content to come, more builds, things like that, more goodies coming on the truck. So stay tuned. If you guys like the video, let me know, subscribe. I'll keep doing stuff like this. And I hope to see y'all guys soon.